to Jacqueline Kennedy, and so last year she came in posing as Kristen Goldman, developed ID with a business account as well. We do have her on video passing an altered $410,000 U.S. Treasury check that wasn't accepted because we deemed it as fake. That information we gave over to Tyler Martin, special agent. I don't know if that helps with your guys' stuff, but he has all of that.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna hopefully solve that.
Yeah.
Work backwards.
Yeah.
Well, it also helps out initially with just one more bit of reason why we grabbed her when we did.
Yep. So, Officer Beneva is gonna search you, okay? Search you sent to arrest. I know you said you had to use the bathroom. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You used the bathroom, you decided to flush that toilet. You might consider that as obstruction of business or interfering. You understand that, right? So I'm not letting you know. You have it on you, you let her know. Okay? You have anywhere on you, let her know. What is that? You're gonna be in charge of additional trouble, so you understand that. Am I clear?
Once, so I'm going to do it again, okay? Is there anything on you that's going to poke me or stick me or hurt me? No? Okay. What about the chicken nuggets?
Yes.
What about the check? Where's the check? You don't have the check.
She just put her sweater back on too.
Okay, yeah, sure. Are you sure about whenever you pull it and then you move Okay, so no check on you?
The first issue is the legal basis for the seizure. The Fourth Amendment requires reasonable, articulable suspicion before any investigative detention. The standard comes from the Supreme Court decision in Terry v. Ohio from 1968, which permits a brief stop when an officer can point to specific facts suggesting criminal activity is afoot. Here, the bank's prior fraud alert, the teller's pre-identification of the subject, and her inability to produce valid identification satisfy that standard several times over. In fact, the totality of those facts arguably establishes probable cause for the element of contact and support immediate arrest under the rule announced in United States v. Watson. The second issue is custody and the trigger for Miranda warnings. Under Miranda v. Arizona from 1966, warnings must precede any custodial interrogation.
No. Okay, where is it? You don't know anything about the check? Okay.
I'm sure this wasn't your idea. I'm sure this wasn't your grand scheme to, bring your checks to the bank and whatnot. You go through that whole thing of trying to cash them into the fake identities. Or it's a felony. It's a felony possession of fake ID thing. Now, that's a state thing, but we'll get through that. It's a felony, so it's serious, but when the federal government gets involved, it gets a little complicated. That's what we meant by, cooperating. If you do have a check on you, like I said, I know you've been adamant you don't. I know you've been adamant that you don't know what we're talking about, and, it's your right to continue to say that truthfully. I don't think that's going to help you in the long run. If you do know what it is, once again, this is your choice, and it's completely your game to play. It probably would behoove you to give that forward. Because it's not just today necessarily. There's multiple videos from multiple banks for the time that have generated this kind of attention. Okay? So I just want to let you know what you're up against here. It's not the best situation. Do I think you're a bad person who wants to go out and follow this?
No, like there's a couple of phone, there's a regular application.
There's nothing behind it.
No, you just take it off.
There's nothing.
There's nothing in the case.
Well, I need you to tell me that there's nothing.
Just nothing.
Okay. Nothing involved with this. What do you say? Nursing? What kind of nursing? What kind of nursing do you want to do?
I don't think it matters, but
It matters.
it's not gonna matter.
I would do it day by day right now, okay? Step by step, hour by hour, okay? Police came in and basically was like, basically let them, the feds were coming. So I had that talk with her already. She was aware. They just didn't have to check on her phone again. Sandy even came in and did another check, made her shake out her bra and everything.
Maybe she's legit, so she did tell me that she came in because the personal cards weren't working. And she wanted to make sure they were so, ideally, she probably wanted to have the personal cards working, and so a little thing on those, and she had two of those. So she obviously kept one for herself, and gave the other to whoever her handlers were, and they would have distributed whatever amount, you know what I mean? So maybe she wasn't doing it. If cards were working, because there's no activity on those cards. She's been actively using the business cards for lunch for York, so that obviously that'll be something they can track if they still choose. But this one, there's been no activity, so maybe they weren't working, and so then she was gonna walk back out and have get the check then and come back in. So maybe that's what happened. The other, the handlers still have the check, unfortunately. So,
For a 3 second, with the surrounding circumstances, if you want to turn the phone off. No, okay. So it's on check.
yeah, so, I didn't know if you guys are, but I don't know about that time.
That makes sense. I'm going to read you your Miranda rights, but do you feel comfortable speaking with us under the information I provided you? Do you understand what I'm saying too? You don't want to speak with us? So, that's your right. You don't have to speak with us. But when I leave here, this will be your last chance to tell me your side. You understand? Otherwise, all charges will go on. You know this is a federal case. This is your opportunity to tell us what's going on. I can answer those kind of questions for you. I'm not asking you any criminal questions right now. I can answer some questions for you. Do you know you use treasury checks that you were using? Who told you how to open up the accounts? What accounts to open? The business accounts? How you were transferring? You don't know how any of that was happening?
I don't know. Information to get.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
It could be as simple as telling a story. So the information could just easily be, hey, this is a great idea. Said, hey, I have a great idea for you. This is how you can make a little extra money. And then just kind of roll with it from there. It could be simply as that. You may not know who these people are, other than so-and-so from around the block or something, but any little thing that you can tell us can be helpful. And it shows that you're willing to cooperate and tell your story, which may help us help you, as opposed to allowing someone else to tell this story for you. Because we're gonna talk to somebody else at some point in time, and that new person may wanna just pin it all on you and say, you're the mastermind behind all this, even though they're the ones with all the money. You know what I mean? So,
I have nothing. You guys laid it all out already. I mean, what does it do to smoking smoke?
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm kind of giving you the time, because once I leave, that's it. I'm not gonna ask you any more questions. That's when the federal government will get involved in attorneys and prosecutors. This is your turn to just say, hey, this is what happened to me. This is how I met these people. This is what I was doing. It shows your level of cooperation. Because personally, that's what I think happened to you. But if you don't tell me that, then I have to just go off the evidence that I have.
That is what happened to me. Like, I don't have any information.
well, you don't necessarily know that. You don't know what can be beneficial and what may not be. I mean, every little thread is a thread that we can pull, and that can help us figure things out. So it doesn't even necessarily have to be anything that you think immediately is important to you, or it can help us. You may not even know right now the way that it could help us, or where that thread would lead us. So that's why I don't want you to come in and think, oh, you have nothing, because I can guarantee you have something that we would find helpful.
You need some water or something? You want to think about it for a second?
I'm preparing